everybody. Happy Friday, TGIF for sure. We are here at Mountain Valley Realty, and it is episode number 3 of How Did We Get Here? And I'm here with Brandon Hackett, who is one of our newest realtors. I've known Brandon since I was 14 years old. And because we're starting at the beginning and showing the progression, he doesn't know I'm going to do this, but I'm going to tell everybody how I met Brandon. So, 9th grade, I was an ugly duckling, and my girlfriends had boyfriends at Elkland High School. And they were going to go to the dance in Elkland and wanted me to go. And I didn't have any connections or ties over there at the time. And so they found somebody who was nice enough to sign me in, and it was Brandon. And I honestly don't remember if we danced that night or not, but he signed me into the dance, and I have known him since then and always thought he was a really nice guy and hard worker and just a good person. And so, everybody, yes. I'm going to let him tell you a little bit about himself.
Well, thank you guys very much, and thank you, Christina. And I actually do, now that you triggered that memory, I remember that night distinctively, and I believe we did dance. So. But I'll just give all you a little information on where I started. A little town in Nelson, Pennsylvania. Had a family business there, so that's where we are located. It's between Elkland and Lawrenceville. If you don't know where it's at, it's right on Kalneski Lake. Growing up as a kid, I was very calm, never got excited. Very adventurous, though, on the other hand. I was an outdoor kid, played a lot of sports, did a lot of stuff. And as I went through elementary, did everything through the sports. Like I said, it got me involved with people. I don't want to use the word I like to center attention, but I always like to be involved in every organization that was going on and things that were happening. And it kind of just led into adulthood. So after growing up, introduced myself to people to where the other one was a very modest man, very outdoorsy, very well spoken, little spoken, but when he did, everybody listened. And with that being said, it made me the person that I am today. Grew up in the family from when I was young, was on the books for 16 years, and when I worked there, I learned a lot of things because I managed it, how to prove myself. I was a young kid. Trying for people to trust me. Well, they're not going to talk to me, the older generation. What am I supposed to do? And I buckled down, and I made sure I was a master at what I did. And I enjoyed I got confident. I knew how to talk to people. I knew how to look them in the eye. I was raised to shake a man's woman by their hand and introduce yourself. And with that being said, that built the confidence in me, built me to get involved in the organizations. And like I said, just proving yourself is a big deal. So, yeah.
So what made you want to get into real estate?
So, believe it or not, when I was 23 years old, I bought my first house, and I started remodeling it in intentions of having a rental. And I enjoyed it. And being from a family business of a third-generation business of selling cars and working with my hands, I'll be honest, I didn't have the money to hire it done. So I went through, gutted this entire place, did a lot of work, started seeing what could happen, and then the sales part of me come out and said, hey, why don't I turn this into a rental? And when I did that, it geared me to, well, I can do this with another one and another one. And we lived in all of them when we were remodeling. And
with kids and everything.
With kids, yes. My wife going to school full-time, nursing, and then, like I said, and then working full-time as a unit clerk at Corning Guthrie. So anyways, midnight every night, getting it done. Fast forward about 28 years old, I bought my great-grandparents' house. We finally got in the country and enjoyed it. But all that being said, I pulled back and concentrated. Now I'm raising 3 kids. I've got to make a living. And I was doing well at what I was, but when I got to the point one day, it was just like, I kind of reached my full expectations of what I could do. And I said, what can I do to better myself, to go out, make myself more soul independent, and not worry about so much of my family business and everybody taking care of me and everything. I wanted to do something on my own. And my mother, Karen Hackett, actually here works with us, and she's been unbelievably successful at it. And I, like I said, I thought about it. She really didn't push me into it. Christina really didn't push me into it. We talked about it, and I said, I'm going to try this out. And I've never looked back. I took my classes almost a year ago and went full force, got licensed towards the end of the summer, and started full-time in the beginning of November and never looked back.
It's been like a tornado since.
Oh, I'll tell you, it is, and in 1 year, I can't believe how fast it's went.
Yeah.
And but I'll tell you, I'm really excited. I'm extremely blessed. So many doors have opened up for me, just like I talked about being in the different organizations, from the 351 Masonics Lodge in Knoxville to coaching children's sports. I coach all the girls softball. I'm the vice president of the Elkland Softball Association. And you just surround yourself with good people, good organizations, and our local church. And it's so exciting to watch how things can open up for you. And this business is no different. Yes, it's sales. And yes, you have to make money. We're not in it for a hobby. But I'm extremely excited about taking that family, that third generation business that I was in, that was embedded into me at an early age, and just using that. And you always hear the term referrals. Well, there's a lot of truth in it. You can advertise till you're blue in the face, but you're just as good as your last transaction. That's what it comes down to. And like I said, and I really, really know that I will take care of people in this job, and because I grew up there. I mean, I was Nelson. I mean, I graduated 28 kids in my graduating class. Small towns have to take care of each other. So,
Yeah. Yeah. It's been so neat to see him and his mom and that dynamic, because it's been my mom and I here, and
we do have a lot in common.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. Last year when Brandon and I met, I was hearing his story, and it was so similar to my story from like start to finish. Even like we have very similar personalities, and it's 100% or 200% into everything that we do, and very competitive, but nice and thorough, and just a good person and down to earth, and wants what's best for people.
Absolutely.
Even like I said in my video, even if that means not making money, just doing what's the right thing to do.
And not to interrupt you there, but I'll tell you, and that's kind of why I went with Mountain Valley. I felt that homey feeling where everybody cared, and like she said, it's a busy business. I mean, you're going after it, and if you don't, you're gonna be left in the dust.
Yeah.
But she comes in here every day. She motivates us. We all get on top of our tasks. We know what we have to do, and it's like a big family. Yeah. And there's a lot of enjoyment out of it. And I was really glad to see this part of the real estate business. And I just didn't think I could feel that anywhere else other than here. Mm-hmm. So I'm very, very grateful. Yeah. And they've definitely helped me out with open arms.
Yeah, and he's licensed on both sides of the border. So
yes.
If you're in New York State, he can help you buying, selling, renting, everything, and same for Pennsylvania also.
And I know I've got a lot of New York viewers today, so let's kick them in the butt, all right? And but no, I just wanted to, and also say, as a real estate agent, explaining as myself and what I can do to help all you out. There's a lot of things a real estate agent. I don't see an 18-year-old coming out of high school that has an experienced life, and other people. It's so important. You don't have to be a parent, but I'm going to use this as an example of me raising 3 kids and how to prioritize your life. You have to have a home transaction. I ran, like I said, a service-based system with 4 mechanics at one time. These life transitions, these trials and tribulations you go through make you a person. And to be able to go out there and represent somebody, you want somebody that's been hardened. You want somebody that's went through these transactions that has these feelings and understands. And like I said, and I've been through all that, so I totally have a lot of confidence going into it. You got a guy that calls you, wants to see 300 acres this weekend. I'm going to put my boots on, we're going to walk 300 acres. And a real estate agent needs to have this whole variety to them. They have to be able to adapt. You have to be able to get on somebody's level and do. I'm going to dress up in a flannel and throw, khakis on the weekend with slippers. And there's times where you're going to dress up, you're going to wear a suit and tie. Mm-hmm. And you got it. And that's a big deal with this job. And again, like I said, get out, introduce yourself, be around everybody, anything. Education is incredible. And anytime I can suck it up, it's just, I do so. But yeah, and like I said, take a piece of timber. Do you know what the difference between a red and oak and white oak? A realtor should know that. You know, that's a basic thing. Does this property have timber on it? And I can offer that. You know, I've gutted houses. I've rebuilt a house. I know what kind of plumbing system it has. I know they need this. They can't have a novice player coming into the game and trying to help them for their benefits. So
yeah. Well, wow, everybody is watching. You should give them your contact information and the best way to reach you.
Yeah, so call me anytime. My phone number, my cell phone preferred, 570-295-2697. And my email is Brandon, Brandon, Hackett, Hackett, realtor @gmail.com. And like I said, you can always call us here at Mountain Valley and ask for me. It's 570-723-8484. And really, I appreciate this, Christine.
Yeah.
I appreciate you guys. There's going to be hopefully many more to come where you can just get to know us personally. So,
yeah. Thank you, everybody, for checking in, and we will see you next week.
Thank you.
Have a great weekend.